Live. That's a good thing to know. Good morning, everybody. Jimmy Crunch Show here, formerly from Facebook. I normally do a Coffee with Jim Facebook show, but since I'm kind of like in Facebook prison, I'm going to do a live and try the new live option here on YouTube. I have several videos on YouTube. I try to do things. I do entertainment, comedy. I'm actually, but at night I like to do my comedy, DJ work, some radio, entertainment, stuff like that. And I have several Facebook groups. If you'd like to enter or join or get an invite, they're Club South Philly. It's a music group. We do live events, live parties. I have The Connection, which is a social networking type of group for people looking, not relationships and love, of course, but for work or employers or people looking for roofers, things of that nature, and just social interaction, basically. And I have 4 other groups, and what I do is, out of thousands of followers, viewers, and fans that I'm really, really grateful to have, we throw live events. And I'm talking to you live from the city of brotherly love, South Philadelphia. Yes, Rocky Balboa, 9th Street, the whole thing. I'm only a few blocks away from Citizens Bank Park, and it's called Marconi Plaza Sports Complex, 15th and Oregon Avenue, if you're familiar with South Philadelphia. So what I'm doing is having coffee with Jim, and that's when I do my live show on Facebook, like I was saying, and get yourself something to drink. If you don't drink coffee, get your tea, green tea, bourbon, whatever the hell you drink. I'm planning my day out. So far, I went to the store. I got breakfast, coffee, and cigarettes. Let me tell you something. They said they're going to kill you. A coffee with a cigarette is one of the best breakfast foods that you can start your. Between the caffeine and the nicotine, it's guaranteed rocket fuel to get your ass out of bed and go deal with these idiots trying to drive through rush hour traffic, or the animals on the bus and train that you got to deal with first thing in the morning. No. It's at that point. And you know what I'm talking about. If you have to take public transportation, there's always somebody that stinks. There's always somebody that's asking for change. There's always somebody trying to start something. There's always somebody trying, and it really puts up with things. I have a very short temper. I have a very short level of patience. And I have a very sarcastic sense of humor. So, with that being said, I don't often have problems, but it aggravates me when I see other people have problems. And right now, I'm transmitting out of the studio in my house. And in the background, I have white noise. It's nothing particular, but it is white noise with a beat to it, so I guess you would call it some type of music. But the rest of my day, after breakfast, I plan to jog around the park a few times. Then go to church, and hopefully it won't burn down as I enter. And enjoy the rest of the day. You know, we all have things that we have to do today. And we all of us have some type of a problem we're going through. And it's usually, if it's not medical, God forbid, because I do have medical issues, it's usually financial. So if you're one of them people that are not having a problem, you're lying. It's either a financial problem, an emotional problem, a relationship problem, an employment problem, a housing problem, something that you got to fix or replace kind of problem, a family problem. We all have them. The thing is to make the best solution time for what you have to work with. Sounds easier said than done, but I mean, I can handle 4, 5, 6 different problems hit me at the same time. That's how my life always has been. But I got about a dozen things hit me at the same time right now that if I didn't, okay, believe me. Part of my therapy is doing the live show and the Coffee with Jim skit because I get a nice little following of people that I truly love on Facebook. And to the new people listening and watching today, already made new friends on YouTube as it is. So we're going to try. Like I said, I'm interested in their new live feature. It's a lot like Facebook's feature. And going live and being an entertainer, it's easier to go live because it's like a non-rehearsed type of like whatever is on the top of your head. You just come out, and if you mess up, you mess up. You know, you just can't rewind and play and cut and edit, you know, for doing it live. So, but I was talking about on my Facebook page, I went on this rant the other day about how our taxes are ridiculous here in Philadelphia. And a pack of Newport Box 100s is $11. Coffee on sale, I think $7 or $8. A gallon of milk, and God forbid you want to get juice or sugar, they hit you with a double tax, sugar tax, and then they hit you with another thing of a sugar and fructose sugar tax that you might get a bottle of juice for $7, $8 for it if the tax hits it, and it all goes to the school district. Why? Because there are billions of dollars in deficit again. And I said, why, being divorced with no kids, should I have to pay taxes for some other kid to go to school? I never had a kid come up to me and say, oh, mister, thank you for paying taxes so I can go to school and get a good job. Not one kid in my life has ever stopped me to thank me for paying taxes. And I said, if you don't have kids, you shouldn't have to pay the damn taxes on them. And if you're an adult that have adult children, you shouldn't have to pay. And if you send your kid to a private school or a Catholic school or whatever, then you're still buying uniforms and gifts and candy bars, and you got to give offerings every week to church. I mean, it's ridiculous. It gets to the point that you're broke. All my friends have kids, and all my friends are, think I'm nuts, and I don't like using that word being a social worker, but insane all my friends happen to be. They're killing these kids, and they're killing the parents with all this money, and where's it all going? And not all these kids are bad. Just about 85% of them. You know, like I was saying yesterday, I'm over there, school buses passing by, and they're all telling me to go F myself out from nowhere. You know how kids are. They're on the school bus and they're getting home. And they're all screaming out the window, go find yourself. And I'm like, the first words out of my mouth were, go eat me. All right? Go eat me. Now, I shouldn't have said that to a school bus full of kids, but they weren't children. They looked about 16, 17 years old, and if you're 17 and 6'2", I am not going to card you to make sure you're of age before I kick your butt in, because, And I said in a previous post, I used to be an adult probation officer. I had a job working as a juvenile probation officer. Never. There's no way I'm going to a school to see some 17-year-old truant, okay, with 4 quid possession cases, 3 kids by 3 different babies' moms, and he's wanted, and I gotta go track a juvenile down who's 6'1", 6'2". Never in this lifetime. Let somebody else do it. And then I said I had friends that are in school that are school teachers. They're like, Jim, I hate it. All day long, I'm hollering at these kids to get off their phone, and they tell me to go F myself. And then I have to write them up and talk to them and this and that. And then they bring their parents down, and usually the parents are high or drunk, and then they threaten to kick the teacher's backside in because they hollered at their kid for using the phone during the classroom. Really? It's ridiculous. And it's all over. It's not just Philadelphia. It's all over. Food is ridiculously priced. The quality of care and insurance and everything else is ridiculous. When you have to figure out, are you going to eat or pay for medication, and you're in your 60s or 70s, that's some bullshit right there. Really, really. Coffee with Jim. Things I think about and things that make me aggravated. But I have to say, and even though they want to now raise the property taxes, our mayor, so we get the schools even more money, I gotta say, Philadelphia has turned into a ghetto. And after working in the Badlands of North Philadelphia, which anybody would tell you is not making fun of it, it is a definite ghetto. It's called the Badlands, okay? Our opiate problem and addiction is so ridiculous that I don't think anybody that lives in Philadelphia feels pain. Now me, I qualify for it. I got everything wrong: congestive heart failure, mechanical aortic heart valve, degenerating, disintegrating fused discs with bulging herniations, and I got all that wrong with me. I don't want to be one of those people nodding out, okay? And it's not funny, it's a shame. And a lot of doctors have a lot to do with it, and I've been saying that for years. Now it's finally coming to light. I've been saying it for years. And as a therapist, I worked at a methadone clinic and a Suboxone clinic. Never do that again. It's like liquid handcuffs for these people. And if you, yourself, or a loved one have an issue or opiate issue, hey, think about it. The acetaminophen and everything that's in them painkillers are killing your liver. Think about that. You'll see a lot of people with hepatitis because of that. And from shooting up and other forms of getting high. And it's sad because the city itself, that's another corrupt business right there. Outpatient therapy. I worked for a couple places. One was more corrupt than the other one. I'm talking tax evasion, Medicaid fraud, things that they do to clients. That's a real thing too. I will never be a therapist again working with these. It's basically organized crime, what they do. And I would love to mention their names, but they'll be mentioned one day. After all my lawyers are done with everything, we'll mention names and special places that are finally going to get their day in hell, believe me. But I'm going to finish up my coffee. I just wanted to try the new live feed. Please join me in any of my groups, Club South Philly, The Connection, or go to my own homepage, James Caruncio, Caruncio. Check out my other vids on YouTube. You'll see me acting like a fool. Alright? I do a great drunk impersonation, and every now and then to make you laugh, I'll do like a little dance skate kind of thing. Like I'll do the wobble. The other day I was doing the Tootsie Roll. So you'll see me acting a fool here and there on YouTube. And I hope you enjoy it. Love to see you subscribe, and love that you spent your time with me. So you have a blessed day. You, your family, and loved ones have an enjoyable day and night. And have a great week coming up. Talk to you all later. And thanks for joining me. Have a great day. Talk to you later.